say we are ready to roll. Glory moments.
Beautiful night for some football.
The biggest spectacle in golf.
Skying to the rim.
A lot of stars for you on Sunday Night Football.
This is about to be fire, right?
Yes. Today's Jet Day.
Yeah.
So explain.
Special day.
It's a special day.
Yeah.
Wide open.
I always want to give back to all of the people that show me love and support. We wanted to do something really big and really special. Kids, you ready? I'm just excited to give these kids a moment that they can always remember.
I love Justin, but Maria is the best. She the bomb.
Shout out to my guy, Jeremiah Stetson. I will take that with me. Listen, you see the kids had a great time with Justin Jefferson. They gritty like him, but no one can wear ice like that. You see the iced out chain with the Jets on it. And Justin Jefferson's getting pretty comfortable with his new quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, who got his first win on Monday. And now he's got to get comfortable being a dad, because on Thursday he welcomed in his first son. Look at baby Rome Micah McCarthy. But tonight he gets to face off against Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons. We still got our late games going on right now. And obviously the one that we've got our eyes on is the Super Bowl rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs. And there are some mistakes that might haunt the Chiefs in this one, Chris.
It's been a defensive battle. You're looking at the Chiefs here, 2nd and goal, about to go up. It's 13-10 Eagles. Travis Kelce drops the ball, bats it in the air. Andrew Mukuba, rookie from Texas, return down the sideline. The Eagles punch it in with, of course, the tush push. They're up 20-10 with a little more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, a little less than 5 minutes to play in that one. Welcome in, everyone. Come on over here. Maria Taylor, Devin McCourty, Jason Garrett here with you. And let's keep our minds on that game and that Super Bowl rematch and what we've seen so far in this game.
The biggest story is the Chiefs. They have no offense. They can't get anything going. It's either Mahomes scrambles or he throws the ball to Kelce. I think for Andy Reid, he comes into the weeks, he has no mismatches. He has no one to go to and say, we're going to get you the ball, and that's the struggle for the Chiefs right now.
I'm impressed by the Chiefs' championship mentality. They're finding a way. The quarterback trying to do whatever he can. They have weaknesses on the right side of their line, and they don't have a lot of weapons outside. That defense is too good to try to have any success when you're down those many guys.
Okay, I got to tell you who did have some success. The Detroit Lions against the Bears. Their offense was rolling, and Dan Campbell said it was a must-win, Jason.
It was a must-win for them. Let's go back to last year. The bad loss against Washington in the playoffs, the bad start against Green Bay last week. So he came in here and said, we must win this game. Ben Johnson's my friend, but we got to win this game. And sure, they ran him right out of the building. 500 yards of offense, golf throws for 5 TDs. They dominated in all phases.
That's just when you know you're better than your friend, and you came out, you spanked them up. That's all that was.
If you do that to a friend, what you going to do to an enemy? I don't want to be Dan Campbell's enemy, all right? We're also going to talk about the Bengals a little bit later in the show. They did beat Jacksonville, but they had to do it with Jake Browning. He led Cincinnati's comeback because Joe Burrow injured his toe in the second quarter. He did not return, but we're going to get the latest from Mike Florio just a little bit later. Right now, what you're going to do is go hang out with Chris Sims and talk about the highest scoring game of the day. Chris?
A fun game. Dak Prescott, the New York Giants. You talk about enemies. This guy's the enemy of the New York Giants. He owns us, all right? And I'm saying that as a Giant fan, all right? Dak Prescott, back and forth football game. A lot of big passes from both teams. You see the pass there to Pickens for the touchdown. And then again here, Pickens one more time on a deep crossing route in overtime. And then Dak Prescott makes something happen with his legs. He was phenomenal today, hanging in the pocket under pressure, one big throw after another, 350 yards by Dak Prescott. Yeah, Kenneth Walker, the Seattle Seahawks, running all over a Steelers defense that just doesn't look very physical and good right now. He had his way. Sam Darnold looked really good. 13 carries, over 100 yards. Yes, he controlled the football game. Seattle wins the game in Pittsburgh. And guys, I ask you this. I don't think Pittsburgh intended for Aaron Rodgers to have to carry the team. We got no defense. Special teams isn't doing very good. And they can't run the ball. That was not the recipe for Aaron Rodgers.
Think about Pittsburgh through the years. Run the ball, play great defense. Right. They need that. If they want to have success with Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, he can't do it by himself.
Right now, they're like, Aaron Rodgers, turn back the hands of time.
He's getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
He is, and he was a little upset on the sideline. Chris is going to break down one of those plays for you a little bit later. But right now, we're going to get out to Minnesota, right outside of U.S. Bank Stadium. We got Jack, Tony, and Rodney hanging out with the fans.
Maria, we have a couple of quarterbacks that have their cities buzzing right now, and Michael Penix Jr., J.J. McCarthy. walk around this crowd, hear some of their thoughts on them. They feel like they have their guy. Are they right, Ron?
Both these quarterbacks haven't played a lot of football, but when you look at J.J. McCarthy, his teammates and the coaches absolutely love him. They talk about his toughness. They talk about his attitude. It didn't take him long, Coach, for them to believe in him.
Yeah. Absolutely, and Atlanta's the same way. I know you talked to offensive coordinator Zach Robinson. Yep. They love Kirk Cousins, but they said last year when we got Penix, we knew we had our guy. And what did he talk about? Smart, poised, accurate, and gets rid of the ball quick, reads defenses. They feel like they've got a franchise quarterback for a long time.
And Penix only threw one interception in training camp. That's how they knew that he was the guy.
You see these young quarterbacks, you think blitz, get after them. Is that the right idea, though, going up against these two?
I don't think against J.J. McCarthy because he sees the blitz every single day in practice going against Brian Flores. And plus, he's a very good athlete. So if you want to see him running around, blitz him. If not, you have to pick and choose when you blitz him, Coach.
The Vikings defense talked the same thing. Penix gets rid of it so quick. The blitz isn't necessarily the answer, but trying to confuse him, make him try to read and hold the ball.
Gentlemen, we have a youth movement in the lights of prime time out here in Minnesota. Who will make the louder statement that they are the future on Sunday Night Football?
Time for an update on the Super Bowl rematch. We got a 3-point game in Kansas City right now, Chris.
We've been wanting to see this, right? Don't we all want to see this? Patrick Mahomes just let it go, throwing bombs in the air. Tyquan Thornton on the money, touchdown, 20-17. The Chiefs just kicked the onside kick, Maria. The Eagles got it. They're in field goal position.
All right, we'll keep you updated on that one. We saw the Panthers take an onside kick, and they were able to get the ball back. We'll get you updated on what's going on against the Cardinals coming up. But we've got the Titans. Cam Ward, his debut in Nashville. How'd it go, gang?
Look at this. First pick of the draft. This is what the kind of talent you're looking for. He runs all the way right, throws it all the way across the... Are you kidding me? No, no, no. Yes, sir, Cam Ward.
Titans fans, I want you to go to Broadway and put that play on repeat and don't look at any other parts of the game because it was very challenging still for Cam Ward. Not challenging at all for Matthew Stafford. The Rams walk away 33-19 win, and we also saw Devontae Adams with over 100 yards in this one. We got the Bills taking on the Jets. Justin Fields just looking for his first win as a Jet, but it's going to be a difficult day for the Jets offense.
It wasn't like it was last week. They played well in that loss against Pittsburgh last week. This week, they couldn't do anything. Joey Bosa gets the strip sack right there on Justin Fields. Doesn't feel the guy, the defender coming from behind. Bosa does a good job punching it out.
Bills outgained the Jets 247-78 in the first half. And then let's just give the ball off, hand it off to James Cook and see where he takes us.
This is why they paid this guy. He's one of the few guys on this football team that can score from any place, anytime, anywhere. Way to go, James Cook.
44-yard touchdown is good. Sad day for the Jets. And we also saw Justin Fields leave this game. Let's get an update from Mike Florio.
Yeah, Maria, fourth quarter, Justin Fields' head hit the turf, went to the blue medical tent, replaced by Tyrod Taylor, did not return after the game. Coach Aaron Glenn said Justin Fields is in the concussion protocol. If he's not cleared, it will be Tyrod Taylor next week against the Bucs.
All right, thanks for the update, Mike. Let's go into an AFC East matchup. Patriots taking on the Dolphins. Not a good sign. Fire Greer, fire McDonald. This banner just flying over Hard Rock Stadium. Miami looking to avoid that 0-2 start. Let's get it going, and it was wild.
A big punt return by Washington. Look, Miami's a mess right now, but this on special teams, you like this right here. Breaks 3 or 4 tackles, heads into the end zone. Miami's like, all right, we're back in this thing. We're taking the lead. Here we go.
Yeah, they take that 27-23 lead off of that one, but this is the ensuing kickoff. South Florida, this is getting wild.
So you're telling me Antonio Gibson said, not so fast, my friend, not so fast. The next play to kickoff return to the house. Patriots take the lead again. What a dive into the end zone.
But did you see Mike Vrabel, though? Like, he kind of like put his little Jets on,
After the game's Diggs said, man, he's slow.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Dolphins still alive, down just 3 here.
Right here, Tua trying to make it happen. 4th down play, throws it up. Monte Marpool with the interception. It looks like the game is over right after that, but the Dolphins keep playing.
Yeah, they get one last chance. We're at 4th down yet again. What will Tua do?
Hurts you where you can't get a play off a pass, nothing sacked.
All right, let's hear what Mike McDaniel and his quarterback Tua had to say after this one.
That was really frustrating. It was frustrating with the communication with the guys inside the huddle, and then what the personnel is, then the play for those guys. Do we have too many guys in? Why do we have another guy running in? Just the whole operation of that was not up to standard, was not up to par.
basically coaches and players that did not execute communication in a very dire period of the game.
You know, Devin, this is so interesting because after week 1, there was a players-only meeting. You would think that those are some of the things you work out. You wouldn't be talking about communication in week 2 if that was something you're focusing on after week 1.
That's bad. When you have a players-only meeting, you're usually talking about the coaching staff.
Yeah.
You may be addressing a few players, but you're saying the things that you don't like with the staff. And I'm sure someone went back to McDaniel and said, these are the things we need to work on. We can't the very next week walk away the most high-pressure situation when we need it the most, say we messed up the little things in communication. It's not good in Miami right now.
Yeah, the Dolphins 0-2 for the first time under Mike McDaniel. And guess what? It's a short week. Thursday, they got the Bills. Michael Penix Jr. getting ready to take on the Vikings. 0 turnovers in his week 1 matchup. We'll see what he's got for us on Sunday Night Football. Do the laundry, boys. Oh, don't worry.
This is Football Night in America.
Don't be down tonight. Let's go.
Earn your Sunday with Lowe's.
It feels good to earn your Sunday.
Oh, Younghoe Koo, another late fourth quarter miss in week number 1. His slump continues, and the Falcons make a move. Parker Romo signed on Tuesday, hit 11 of 12 field goals for the Vikings a season ago, so he knows this building well, and now he comes into this building as the opposition playing for the Falcons. Rodney, you were vocal about this. You said this is the move. You got to make the move right now. Why?
I would have made the move last year when he missed 9 field goals, but Raheem Morris has to be careful about losing his locker room. You don't want a kicker missing these kicks affecting your locker room. And also for these kickers, Coach, I played with Adam Vinatieri to help me win 2 Super Bowls. You have to be able to step up and make a 44-yard field goal in the most perfect situation, no wind. It's not like they're asking him to make a 62-yarder in Buffalo.
Yeah, you have to have confidence in your kicker. He has to have confidence. I only faced this one time, and what you have to do as a head coach is sit that kicker down, say, you're my guy, look him in the eye, and if you see that confidence, stay with him. But if you don't, you've got to make a move, and that's what Raheem Morris did.
Yeah, there's no way I would have kept Koo on the team. I would have just moved in a different direction, Jack.
Why keep him on the roster then? Why not just say we're going all the way in on Romo at this point?
I'm not sure. I think you should go all the way in and just say to Romo, you're our guy. And I'll tell you, talk about confidence. He's confident. He told us before the game, I know this building. I'm good from 65 either way. I'm going to be fine out here tonight.
As a player, I want to know who's my kicker. I don't want to go in between 2 guys.
Absolutely.
Then all of a sudden, I'm starting to look at my head coach sideways.
And this is a team that plays a lot of close games. You go back to last year, 13 out of 18 opportunities, they were 1-score games. They need somebody clutch.
It's nothing worse than having an opportunity to tie the game or win a football game, and your kicker misses a kick like that. It rips the heart and soul out of your team.
It does. And speaking of clutch, we need a little update on the Super Bowl rematch happening right now, and Maria has it for us.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like Super Bowl 59. Here we go. Let's get the final. The Eagles pull this one off.
Hey, guess what? Tush push. There was a lot of tush pushing all game long. This is the 7th time, but this one seals the deal. Eagles win it. Chiefs had no more timeouts. They run out the clock.
5 tush pushes in the 4th quarter. Eagles get the victory. We got a little crazy, though, in Arizona.
This got scary for the Cardinals, who dominated most of the football game. But the ageless one, Calais Campbell, I don't even know how old he is anymore. He's old and he's still playing. 27-22, he closes it out.
Cardinals 2-0 for the first time since 2021. That's the last time they went to the playoffs. Time now for some football night fits. Devin McCourty, what do we think?
Let's see what we got. Okay.
Oh, come on,
KLC, Kevin O'Connell, nice and clean. Came to coach a good game. He wants a clean game, so he came with a nice clean suit.
Okay, can he match up or does he beat Raheem's 3-piece suit?
All right, Maria, you're from Atlanta. That's what they call casket fresh, right?
Listen, looking like Outcast clean. I love it, Raheem. I see what you did there. All right, as we keep looking at our players arriving, we have a special guest, Graham, Best Buy Special Tech Coordinator.
Thanks, Maria. Look at him strut in. He must be bumping runway music in his headphones. What do you think's in his bag? An espresso machine? Oh, he definitely didn't forget his travel steamer. And if he did, Best Buy sells that. Best Buy does not sell that outfit. I kind of dig it, though, you know? You think it comes in my size?
Football Night in America is brought to you by Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early to earn your Sunday.
Do you remember this 1998 NFC Championship game? These two squads met there. You do remember, Chris?
I remember. This was a good one. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings were 15-1. We thought they were going to the Super Bowl to play the Broncos. Mike Florio's heart broke this day because he's a Vikings fan.
Just one of the best teams to ever miss the Super Bowl. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, he spent his week with Make-A-Wish kids. We've got a full feature coming a little bit later in the show, what he's been doing off the field. Meanwhile, his quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, just orchestrating that 10-point comeback. And Matthew Berry, you got a DraftKings Sportsbook 3 play coming for us.
Maria, because it's in parlay, I'm going to start with an alt line. I'm taking the Falcons plus 7.5. Look, the Falcons are a good team who last week, they hung very tough with Tampa Bay. I expect a similar effort tonight, especially since the Vikings are coming off a short week and they're missing a couple of key defenders. Sticking with the Falcons, I also like Bijan Robinson to have at least 15 receiving yards. You know, coming off the huge receiving game last week, I believe he keeps it going because while the Vikings are good against the run, they're also banged up at linebacker. So I expect Atlanta to attack that area with short passes to Bijan Robinson. Now, Bijan is a big star, but for my final leg, let's talk about another running back in this game, the Vikings' Jordan Mason. Last week, Mason saw 100% of Minnesota's running back touches in the red zone, and that should not be a surprise. Kevin O'Connell brought Mason in this year to be the guy when the Vikings are in close. As a home favorite, Mason should get plenty of chances at a score, so give me an anytime touchdown for Jordan Mason tonight. And that is my DraftKings 3 play. Maria?
Listen, J.J. McCarthy said after the comeback against the Bears that Kevin O'Connell came up to him in the locker room at halftime and said, you are going to bring us back in this game and get a victory. That's exactly what happened. So, Jason, you got to tell us, what is K.O. doing to press the right buttons in this young quarterback?
Well, line one is exactly what he did. He instills belief in these guys. He gives them confidence. But the other thing that he does that's really, really impressive is he understands what these guys do well and what they can handle and when they can handle it. I'm at training camp this year in Minnesota. I'm sitting in the staff meeting afterwards. There's a complicated drop back pass. JJ's struggling with it. Kevin explains what he's looking for to the other coaches and then says, guys, don't worry about it. We're not going to call that until at least the middle of the season. He understands that JJ's not ready for that. They're going to go there eventually, but he's going to put him in a situation that he can handle right now. He did that the other night.
And then doesn't panic last week, calm demeanor when things aren't good, and the quarterback feels that. J.J. McCarthy's got a lot of talent. Big arm, we know that. I got to see a few more of a variety of throws. The one thing is, it's just a fastball all the time. There's no flick of the wrist. There's no dropping it in the garbage can at very much. And then Michael Penix on the other side, he can do it all. And I'm excited to watch him tonight. He can make every throw with that left arm.
And he's going to need to do it all because he's going against Brian Flores' defense. Flo's fearless. He's going to come out there. It's going to be everybody on the line of scrimmage. He's going to blitz. Then he's going to have 3 guys go. It's going to be just a Rolodex of calls. He's going to bring out everything he's ran probably in the last 5 years in the NFL and say, how much has this young guy seen? We're throwing it all at him.
You mentioned the word fearless. That's what I love about Penix. When you saw him in college and early on in his career now, he grips it and rips it. He sees it and cuts the ball loose. It's going to be a nice chess match between those two guys.
I got to grip it and rip it. We got to get to some more highlights, okay, guys? Okay. Let's start out in the AFC, the Broncos and the Colts. And this was a good one. I mean, a great ending. Let's start, though, with Daniel Jones just looking happy, looking real spry. We go into the fourth quarter. Just over 3 minutes left. Denver's up 28-26. The kicker, Will Lutz, lining it up from 42 yards.
42 yards in a dome. That's supposed to be a chip shot. He gave the Colts life with that missed field goal.
Yeah, he did. So 3 seconds left. Colts kicker Spencer Schrader's going to get an opportunity right after this play. And it's a 60-yarder. Let's see if he can line it up and hit it.
The Colts lost some yards before this play. You line up a 60-yard field goal. Oh, wide right. Game not over.
Not over, Devin. Not over.
Personal foul leverage, and you cannot use somebody else's body to jump. It gets called. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Yep, Dondre Tillman called for that one. So now we got a 45-yarder. That one's good. The Colts will get the victory. They're 2-0 for the first time since 2009. Yeah, there's a lot to scream about. Let's go on to the Ravens taking on the Browns. Joe Flacco, he's back in town in Baltimore where he won a Super Bowl. It's a slow start, though, for the Ravens. This is when it turns around.
Really slow start for Baltimore after the Buffalo loss the other night. But what gets you going? Blocking a punt like that.
Oh, yeah, blocked by Jake Hubble. You'll take that. 2 plays later, Lamar's like, let me show you what I can do with it. Tylan Wallace, 16-yard touchdown. That's good. Now Flacco looking to make something happen here in the second half, Jason.
Not real good for Joe Flacco. Kind of moving out in the pocket here. Lays the ball up there. Nate Wiggins makes him pay. And watch this return right here. Ooh. He's just getting started flipping the field.
Yeah.
I can't believe he threw that ball right there.
Well, that's the second career interception for Wiggins on the ensuing drive. We're at 4th and goal. Jackson looking for Tez Walker.
Don't give this guy 4 downs. Don't let him get out in space. 4 touchdowns today for Lamar. Once they got it going, they ran the Browns out of the stadium.
Yeah, 19 for 29, 225 passing yards, no interceptions. They put a 40-piece on the Browns. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Bengals. We'll go to the second quarter first because a huge play for Bengals fans. Joe Burrow is sacked here. He ends up injuring his left toe. He comes out of the game. He ends up being helped to the locker room, ultimately does not return. So that means that Jake Browning has to come in and take over this offense and try to orchestrate a win.
He did some good things. There's no question about that. I would have rather seen Joe Burrow. This was a fun game. It was back and forth. There was mistakes, big plays. Jake Browning, we know a few years ago, he came in relief of Joe Burrow, did a lot of good things leading this offense. This was not one of them. You see the interception there. He threw 3 on the day, 2 in the second half.
Yeah, we're all tied up here. Another opportunity. Travis Etienne says, I'll take it from here.
I've liked a lot of what I've seen from Jacksonville's offense. And Trevor Lawrence has looked good. The run game's looked good. Liam Cohen is leading them in the right direction.
Well, Jake, if you're Jake Browning, just get it to T. Higgins.
Well, it's one-on-one. This guy right here is a freak of nature. He's 6'5", he's 220 pounds. He catches everything, and he can dance good, too, as you can see.
Pretty much waltzed into the end zone. You saw 2 Jacksonville defenders running into one another. 4th and 5.
Play of the game.
Play of the game. They're going for it, Chris.
27-24, up 3 late in the game. I don't agree with the call. You go up 6, you make a backup quarterback go down the field and score a touchdown and have that pressure of having to score a touchdown on you.
So you're telling me there's a chance we can get this win without Joe Burrow? There absolutely is. We're putting a spotlight on Travis Hunter. He played some big defensive snaps.
He did. He played some big defensive snaps. Took the cheese there and went too far inside, probably. Made a little mistake. Here he's one-on-one down the field. I did not agree with this being pass interference. I thought he played this pretty well. McCourty's with me. Okay, that's all I need. Okay. If it's me and him, we're good.
Well, ultimately,
Josevach.
Yeah.
I don't think Jason Garrett agrees with pass interference there either.
Well, the officials didn't agree with either of you guys. Browning ends up leaping over the top for the touchdown. So he comes in, gets the victory for the Bengals. Travis Hunter did play 39 defensive snaps. But let's go ahead and hear what the Jags head coach Liam Cohen had to say about going for it on 4th and 5.
It's 100% a go. It's 100% a go. In all analytics and all data, it's 100% a go.
Do we agree, Jason?
I just don't agree with it at all. You're in that situation, Simsy said it, 4th and 5. Okay, you can make it a 6-point game, make a backup quarterback go down and score a touchdown. Different mentality when you have to kick a field goal versus scoring a touchdown. The thing that bothers me these days is head coaches hide behind the idea of analytics. Analytics tells me it's a go. You have to use your gut. You have to use your instinct. You have to watch the game that's being played. And the people who are playing it think they should have kicked the field goal.
Liam Cohen learning on the fly, first-time head coach. He'll certainly learn from this. It's time for a PFT update brought to you by NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. Mike Florio, what is the latest on Joe Burrow?
Well, Maria, you mentioned that toe injury after the game. Coach Zach Taylor very tight-lipped about Burrow's status, but he was seen with a walking boot and a crutch. It's a ligament issue. The question is, what do they do? And I'm told, at least for now, surgery isn't off the table, but we're going to have to keep an eye on that. So it's Jake Browning until Burrow is back, and Burrow gone. Browning won the game with that tush-push touchdown. He'd never practiced it before, and he told me after the game he didn't mind the fact that Drew Sample basically threw him over the pile. He said, I don't squat 500 pounds like Jalen Hurts, so he was happy to take whatever help he could get, Maria.
Florio, we'll tune into Pro Football Talk tomorrow on Peacock for the implications, and also Matthew Berry will have some thoughts about the fantasy implications. Oh, check out Tony Dungy. A few words of wisdom to Michael Penix Jr. We hope it's a good omen for the Falcons.
For the near front pylon.
Wonders never seen. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. The Seahawks score again.
You can't ride the highs or ride the lows. Refocus every single week and be a professional.
Premium performance, powered by the 3-row Acura MDX.
Go to work.
I go to work. Let's go! And I float and explode on the scene. I got potential.
The touchdown machine.
I'm in the time just when I wanna. And it's a matter of time, and I'm gonna. Eventually, give him a high five.
Come on!
Run around with
no signal.
He got it.
First down.
They're having some fun right now.
This is Football Night in America.
Now let's go!
You've earned your Sunday with Lowe's.
This house is going wild.
I go to work.
Oh, yeah, year number 3 for the Falcons star and Bijan Robinson. Light day on the ground in week 1, but 6 catches for 100 yards, including a 50-yard touchdown. I was going to ask Coach Dungy how he'd use him tonight, but in true Coach Dungy fashion, he went and found the head coach, Raheem Morris. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, Jack, Bijan Robinson is their most talented offensive player. I was going to talk about how to get the ball to him, but I'll let Raheem Morris, the head coach, tell us.
There's so many different ways you can do that, Coach. As you know, we can hand it to him. We can throw it to him. He's got so many talents. He's got everything. He's got the total package. I just love the human. As you know, that's one of the most important parts of our game, and he displays that every single day.
Tampa really was determined to take the run game away from him. What do you do if they load the box tonight?
They did such a nice job of doing that last week. We got a plan, when to put it together. We got to get bigger. We got to be able to do some different things, but we got it. We can't allow anybody to take the ball away from his hands again.
So might we see him in different spots then?
You'll definitely see him in different spots. You'll see the ball in his hands, and he's one of the guys we got to get the ball to.
All right, you heard it from the head coach, Jack.
All right, Coach, all I kept hearing was we got to get the ball into his hands. Is that how you see it for Bijan Robinson?
Well, basically
tonight?
what he's saying is we're going to line him up everywhere and utilize him a little bit more as a wide receiver. I mean, when he's in open space, nobody can tackle this guy. The first play of the game last week was a slant. A few plays later, he catches a hitch, makes 5 people miss and go 50 yards to the house. Get him the ball in open space, he's going to make things happen.
All right, let's flip it over to the Vikings offense for a second. Justin Jefferson just came to life in the 4th quarter last week. How would you defend him tonight?
Well, I have to put my best guy on him, and that's A.J. Terrell. I'm paying him a lot of money. I anticipate them matching A.J. Terrell up against Justin Jefferson, but also you have to look at that safety's position. They have
Xavier Watts.
Xavier Watts. They told me that Xavier Watts has an opportunity to be better than Jesse Bates, and Jesse Bates is an all-pro.
You go watch his run at Notre Dame. He was the best ball hawk in college football. Bates, the same reputation in the NFL. This could be a scary safety room you're looking at right here, Maria.
Yeah, well, one thing Justin Jefferson has proved, doesn't matter who's on him, he's going to be a fan favorite in Minnesota, both for his elite play on and his infectious personality off of the field. But on Friday, I had a chance to ride along with this Viking star as he hosted Jets Day with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Do you want to start here?
Let's begin now.
What does it mean to you that for a Make-A-Wish kid, there's so much that they're dealing with on a daily basis, and you are the person that can come in and bring them joy?
That's what means the most. You know, that gets me excited to go out there and play football every single week because they have people like this that are excited for me to be out there on that field, excited for me to hit the gritty when I score.
Justin Jefferson, ladies and gentlemen.
My name's Avery. I kind of was just wondering, when and how did you develop your confidence?
The confidence wasn't always there. To be honest, I was a shy kid growing up. I knew that I had to put in the work to really become what I am today. Understanding that no one can tell you that you can't do it, that all I can do is just be myself. It's just all about the amount of effort that you put towards that.
How does looking into the faces of a Make-A-Wish kid compare to what you look at when you get to the game of football?
The different emotions, I would say. You know, all of the complications that they go through, you know, having this difficult life that they didn't ask for them, tomorrow is not promised. To share that moment with them is always going to be special.
When he was going through the chemo, it would make him so lethargic. He had liver damage. So seeing him actually be this way is fantastic to us. Just lights our world up.
See?
When you see them and you see the smile on their face, you see the joy that they have when they're with you in that moment, you forget about all those things. They do as well. This is all for you, my guy. All for you. So anytime. I think about their entire lives when I look in their eyes. I think about the difficulty and the struggles that they go through. And I always know the moments that I share with them is all that they need to really not give up. Anytime. Doing something like this is something that they're always going to remember.
That was a beautiful and unforgettable day. It was hosted by the 934th Airlift Wing of Minneapolis-St. Paul Air Reserve Station. Justin Jefferson did that on Friday. On Saturday, all those kids were able to go to the stadium, and there you see them all now. All 9 kids getting a chance to watch the game. Aiden, Avery, Cooper, Gabe, Jace, Jensen, Jeremiah, Liam, Nash, and Wyatt. You were all inspiring, and we hope that you enjoy the game. All right, guys, let's go back to our highlights, and we'll start in the NFC East. This was the game of the 1 o'clock hour, hands down. It's the Giants on the road taking on the Cowboys. Russell Wilson trying to get his win in the Giants jersey.
Maria, let him cook now. On fire. Malik Neighbors running by these Cowboy defenders all day long.
29-yard passing touchdown. That's good for a Giants lead 13-3. Let's hop to the fourth quarter. It got a little crazy in the fourth.
4th and 4. Let's do it again. This time, Wendell Robinson running down the field.
Come on.
Russ just dropping bombs.
Come on.
Why is he so wide open?
What are we doing on defense? Just don't let them behind you.
Oh, is that the goal? Is that what you're supposed to do?
Right here. This is a good one.
Ensuing drive, though. Less than a minute left. Cowboys like, we got it.
Yeah, Dak Prescott not going away. Finding Pickens on the quick out. Great throw and catch.
5 go-ahead touchdowns in the final 12 minutes of regulation in this one, Jason.
How about Russ? One more time.
Let me guess.
Just throw it deep.
What are we doing?
Look at this concentration by Neighbors.
He's
Gets
only
hit
the
in the
best
head.
on their team.
455 yards throwing for Russ.
Less than 15 seconds left. Dak Prescott finding Jake Ferguson, 18-yard gain. All right, we're in field goal range now. We're cooking.
The elite quarterbacks in this league make those kinds of plays. Found Ferguson, and then just let this guy do it. 64 yards to tie it up and go to OT.
Brandon Aubrey, from pro soccer player to the USFL to a Cowboy phenom. Overtime we go. Russ, he's going to just throw it up here. This interception, that's a bad throw.
Finally.
I guess I understand it. It was working all day long, but not a good decision there. Donovan Wilson makes him pay.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we're already in Aubrey's field goal range, but just make it a little bit easier for him, Dak.
One more time, the elite quarterbacks make the plays. Last time to Ferguson, this time using his legs. Makes it a chip shot for Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah, 4 seconds left. Final play. It's a chance to win it, and all he's going to do is go back and nail it from 46 yards out. The
Bag
Cowboys,
of chips.
I know, right? Get the win 40-37. And Florio, you caught up with Brandon Aubrey, right?
Yeah, he told me his approach when he feels that moment of truth coming is to be overconfident. He tells himself, I'm the best person on the planet to do this job. And really, that may not be much of a stretch. He also said there's no ritual or superstition. He tries to stay off his feet as much as he can and save it for when it matters most. He hit from 64. He told me he thinks his range, Maria, is 70 or 71.
I believe him. Anyone who just hops off the couch and is like, I can do that, and does it, you win, okay? Dak Prescott, he has 14 straight wins against the Giants. That's the second longest streak by a quarterback versus a single opponent since 1950.
Say it ain't so. Yeah, we need Dak Prescott to go somewhere else.
As long as he's lining up, it's not looking good. All right, let's talk about the Seahawks taking on the Steelers. A-Rod got a win week 1 against his ex, now trying to get one against the Seahawks.
Right, and then he throws to DK Metcalf, who's playing against his ex in the Seattle Seahawks. Throw it up, let the big guy go and get it. Rodgers puts it in a good spot, and of course, not many people are going to out-muscle this guy for the ball.
And on that play, he ties Brett Favre for 4th all-time in NFL history and career touchdown.
Way to go,
passes.
A-Rod.
Yep, he's at 508. Second half, score tied at 14. Rodgers intercepted.
Big play, because they felt like they were getting a groove moving the ball. He's running to the left. He's throwing to the back of the end zone to Freiermuth there. Look, he's yelling. I don't want to say everything he's saying, but I can read his lips. He was not happy with Calvin Austin tipping that ball.
And remember, Rodgers didn't have any turnovers last week, so he's really upset. All right, this is a tough play on special teams. Big mistake.
You can't do this. This goes into coaching. This goes into the player knowing the rules. You don't just let the ball go. It doesn't matter if he touched it or not. It's a live football. The Seahawks recover, and other than the interception, this was probably the other biggest play of the game.
Yeah, that goes to Caleb Johnson on that muff kickoff, and then another opportunity for Kenneth Walker, 19 yards on a touchdown run. Seahawks get the victory, 31-17. Here's A-Rod after the game.
Is this starting to get a little frustrating? You're getting... No, it's week 2. Come on now. Come on. Last week, probably there were some people who were feeling pretty good because everybody outside the building is talking about how great we were on offense and 34 points. That's the league. You can't ride the highs or ride the lows. You know, you gotta refocus every single week and be a professional.
Ooh, tough words for A-Rod and his squad. We'll see what they have for us in week 3. Meanwhile, the Super Bowl rematch going down in Kansas City. We got the full set of highlights coming up next.
Welcome to the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
Out here, talent gets you through the door. But pressure decides who walks out. They already fought once, but legends aren't made in college. Now the arena is bigger, the stakes higher. Stay hungry, boys. Only the strong survive.
This quarterback is doing it all.
This is the beginning.
So trial by fire. Second-year quarterbacks, only 5 starts between them. Michael Penix Jr., 1 win in his 4 starts. J.J. McCarthy fresh off a 4th-quarter heater over there in Chicago. That's a debut that got the Twin Cities believing, and we are on the field presented by Hyundai. And Rodney, I think about young quarterbacks, and I go, heat, more heat. It's going to be a ton of blitzing. How will the blitz packages affect this game tonight, do you believe?
First of all, I don't think the Falcons are going to come out defensively and do a whole ton of blitzing. I think they're going to play them more straight up, some zone, maybe some 5-man pressures, but they understand that J.J. McCarthy is a very athletic kid. He can get outside the pocket and make those plays, Coach.
And these two teams played last year. Atlanta quarterback Michael Penix did not play in that game, but their quarterback coach, D.J. Williams, told me Michael was on the sideline every single play, looking on top of it, knowing the call, where should the ball go. They said he is super smart, Penix is. They're not concerned about Brian Flores blitzes tonight.
And I look at J.J. McCarthy. He gets to practice against this blitz-heavy defense every single day. So he gets it, he sees it, he practices against it, and I don't think it's going to affect him like that, Coach. If anything, it's the secondary, those safeties moving back and forth.
Different looks.
Yes, giving them different looks.
What does it take to play in this Brian Flores defense? You know it well.
Well, he learned so much from Coach Belichick, so obviously you have to be very versatile and to be able to play multiple positions, but you also have to be smart, knowing what everybody can be at. Andrew Van Winkle, he could play right defensive end. Then all of a sudden he's the middle linebacker. Then all of a sudden he's dropping to the middle of the defense. You just have to know where you have to be, Coach.
And also you got to be physically tough too. No wimps allowed, right?
That's right, absolutely.
I like it. And Zach Robinson told us, be careful with Michael Penix Jr. He did his best work against the blitz a week ago. Back into Maria.
I like that. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, there's Ben Johnson. Okay, for 3 seasons, the offensive coordinator with the Lions, all he did was help that offense lead the NFL in total points, total touchdowns, and total yards. His reward, you get to be the head coach of the Chicago Bears. You get to take him on the road, take on your old squad, the Detroit Lions, and their head coach, Dan Campbell, your old boss. To the first quarter we go. Caleb Williams flipping it out to Roma Dunze. It looked good for the Bears early.
Yes, that's right. I mean, Caleb Williams has looked better than last year for sure, and this looks like a special connection going forward. Nice play design there by Ben Johnson.
Yeah, good dancing there, but then it would be all Lions from here on out.
Oh, yes. I mean, incredible throw. And then there's Isaac Tesla. We call him Electron, okay? That's the nickname I'm giving him. Great catch, getting the knee down. Yes, he's in bounds.
Yeah, and remember, he is a Michigan kid. He's had a Detroit Lions jersey since he was in the 8th grade. All he does is make one-handed catches for the Lions.
Well, and then this guy, all he does is catch touchdowns and everything else that comes his way. He's an unbelievable player. This offense was rolling. They were doing whatever they wanted all day long, Maria.
Yeah, that was Amon-Ra St. Brown. He had 3 receiving touchdowns. Then Goff looking deep to Jameson Williams.
Yeah, to this guy right here, Jameson Williams. knows he's one of the fastest receivers in the game. He's one of the best deep threats in the game. And you know Dan Campbell, offensive coordinator John Morton, like that a lot too.
He's like, hey, buddy, I love you. I appreciate you. We dropped a 50-piece on you. And Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown went off. 3 receiving touchdowns, like I said, 115 yards. And apparently that gets you a FaceTime with Chris Sims.
What's the locker room like with you guys when your head coach comes out and kind of just says, we're going to win this game this week?
I mean, we felt like it was a must-win for us all week. I mean, you know, we won so many games last year. Losing for us just feels like it feels abnormal. So the feeling that we had, especially at Lambeau, division game, first game of the season, it didn't feel good for any of us. So coming in this whole week, we were all laser focused. We knew, you know, Chicago was a good team. They're going to come out on fire. So we want to go out and make a statement. I think we did that.
I know it's early week too. One thing you guys need to work on, I don't know if you saw it for sure. Could we work on Jared Goff jumping into the stands a little bit this week?
Yeah, he told me when he came to sign, he's like, every time I jump in the stands, I can't get up. I get tripped or someone pushes me. I'm like, Jared, I don't think you got the hops, buddy. That's what it is.
Yeah, he was struggling for sure there, man. Right. Definitely. Help him out, man. Get him in the weight room. Get him some box jumps, all right?
We'll get him right.
Just so you know, if Chris or Jason tried to do the same thing, we would have to push him over the top, too.
You're not questioning me. I
didn't say nothing about Devin, but we heard Amon-Ra St. Brown, laser focused. We were on fire. Jason, you said they were edgy in this game today.
I love their mentality, not only in this game, but all week long. It started with their head coach. They were edgy. It wasn't a chip on their shoulder. It was a mountain. Mm-hmm. And just the way they prepared, the way they came out, their mentality all day long. The guru came back. Ben Johnson, he's coming back into town. We're going to show them that we're still pretty good here as coaches and as players. 52 points, the quarterback jumping into the stands. I love their mentality all day long.
And that's what it is being a good head coach. It's making sure everybody else saying, oh, it's just week 1. No, it's not. This is what we need to do. And I think Campbell turned up the heat, and he made the team rise to his standard, and it showed today.
The great head coaches somehow create a sense of urgency.
Sure.
Each and every day in your preparation, and certainly for 3 hours on Sunday, they certainly had it.
Yeah, impressive yet again with that 50-piece. All right, guys, I want to get us into the game that we were all marking our calendars by. It was the rematch of Super Bowl 59. The Eagles on the road taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs, you know, they want to get back. There's a little bit of get back that they need right now at home. Okay, they don't lose at home. That's not what they do. Saquon Barkley's like, I didn't get let loose for one in the Super Bowl. I'm getting one here.
Just hand it to that guy. Just give it to 26.
Second quarter, Chiefs down 7-3. Mahomes scrambling.
For most of the game, this was the offense. Mahomes was the leading rusher for the Kansas City Chiefs, scrambling, buying time. He made some plays that really was the only thing that they could do offensively.
Yeah, he had 66 yards on the ground, third quarter on 2nd and goal. Mahomes to Travis Kelce, but it falls off his hands.
Yeah, biggest play of the ball game. They're going to go ahead here in the fourth quarter. Comes out of Kelce's hand. Makuba right there, opportunistic, makes the play, big return, and flips the field.
Yeah, was able to return it 41 yards. Kelce frustrated, as you can see right there. On the ensuing possession, you're going to see the Eagles take advantage.
Yeah, Chris Sims said it earlier. 7 times in the ball game, they got in a tush-push, and when they do it from the goal line, ref, just put your 2 hands up. That's a touchdown.
You already know what's going to happen. Fourth quarter, Mahomes looking for Thornton. They connect.
They just got to do this earlier in the ball game. Tyquan Thornton can run. Nobody throws it like Mahomes. Give these guys chances down the field. They need to start making some explosive plays.
Yeah, the Chiefs definitely had their chances, but with 3 minutes left, deciding to go for the onside kick. Recovered, though, by A.J. Brown.
Yeah, he has pretty good hands over there. Once you kick it over there, onside kicks are tough. A.J. Brown gets it.
And guess what's next, Maria?
What's next?
Tush push one more time. Give it to number 1. Sirianni fired up.
Yeah, 5 tush pushes in the fourth quarter. And how about this? Patrick Mahomes, this is his first 3-game losing streak of his career. And Kansas City starts 0-2 for the first time since 2014. And that was the last time that they actually missed the playoffs. Okay, it's time for the All-State good hands moment. And Chris Sims, it was a tough day for the Chiefs offense.
It's been tough. It doesn't look great. You heard Devin McCourty. Mahomes is the leading rusher for the 2nd week in a row. Yes, he's making mistakes too, but there's not a lot of help out here right now. You're going to see here, one, this is a little on him. He doesn't feel the blitz. It surprises him. It's not picked up. A big sack early on in the football game. Later on, this has been they can't control the line of scrimmage. Look at this. There's nowhere to go. They can't run the football. They haven't been able to. That's concerning. Here again, protection mistakes, and then said no separation from anybody downfield. Devin McCourty said it to start the show. There's nobody you're game planning or scared of on Kansas City right now, and Mahomes has too much on his plate.
I agree with you, Sims, and I think we saw the play to Thornton, and it's like Jason said it. Can they do that earlier? I think the hard thing is Andy Reid can't bank on that. So if you do that and you try to throw it down the field earlier and you don't get it done, it's just more and more pressure on Mahomes.
It's the second week of September.
Yeah.
They played the most talented football team in the league. They almost had a shot at the end of the ball game. Their second best offensive player, Rashee Rice, is out for the first 6 weeks. Worthy's out. All their weapons, they're not there. They need to get better on the right side of their line. Their right tackle has to play better. It's an issue for their team, so they got to address it. But it's a long year. I'm betting on the championship mentality of the head coach and the quarterback.
Well, Devin, let's go ahead and get into the Eagles' defense then. We were waiting to see at full strength. Jalen Carter is back after being ejected from a game. What was your takeaway from the Eagles?
It was better today. I wouldn't give them an A+ or anything like that. I think this Chiefs offense is not that good, but Andrew Makuba getting out there making plays. I think the pass rush, a blitz, even thrown in there, you can see they're very versatile.
Some moving parts in Philadelphia's defense. The corner opposite Quinyon Mitchell is an issue for them. They're going to get that resolved. Remember last year they were 2-2, and then they went on their run.
True, very true. So they're starting off very strong, 2-0 to start the season. Back to tonight's game. It's time for Barry's Bet, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Matthew, what do you have?
Maria, for my Barry's Bet tonight, I'm taking Darnell Mooney, longest reception, over 18.5 yards, off the injury list. Look, he's a deep threat for a quarterback in Michael Penix that loves to throw it deep. Last year, Mooney went over this number in 13 of 16 games, including both games he played with Michael Penix. Plus, Vikings secondary struggled against deep passes last year, so give me Mooney, longest reception, over 18.5 yards tonight.
DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet touchdowns, and new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. And $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. Just download the Sportsbook app and use promo code SNF when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
We got a couple of first-round draft picks from 2024 going against each other. Michael Penix Jr. of the Falcons. You'll never catch him without his do-rag, going against J.J. McCarthy. The brand-new dad, Baby Rome, will be watching this one, trying to get a victory. All right, it is time for Sunday Fun Day, brought to you by fabulous Las Vegas. And today is on pace to be the second highest scoring day with at least 10 games in NFL history. And we're going to start with the highest scoring game of the day, guys.
Downfield, looking for Neighbors. Makes the catch. Two defenders draped on him. Wilson with his classic moonball.
Malik Neighbors. That's why he's here.
Hold 64.
Oh, man.
Sweet mother.
I'm not sure where Wilson was trying to throw that one.
Cowboys in overtime.
Wow. Jerry's really happy because he's got that guy, Brandon Aubrey, on his sideline. He has 4 field goals of 60-plus yards. I mean, how impressive is that? 2 career field goals of 64-plus yards. All other kickers in NFL history, just 2 combined. That's it. That's all. Let's keep Sunday Fun Day rolling. We got some good catches today, guys.
Let's start in Cincinnati. Mitchell Tinsley, the one-hander, looking like OBJ in the corner of the end zone.
Oh, what a catch.
I don't know if it's quite OBJ, but look at Tesla. What a catch right there.
The electron.
Gets the foot, then the shin. Yeah, that's a catch. What kind of catch is that?
Oh, what a catch. Ooh. Oh, how about Alec Iomanner? I messed it up, my bad. But still, he's been a go-to guy for Cam Ward. What a catch on the helmet there, like David Tyree. Remember that one? Giants over the Patriots?
Yeah. I wasn't there. Don't look at me.
Right, it wasn't on you, though.
You had a rough day. He's grasping at straws right now. It was a rough day.
All right, it is time for tonight's picks, brought to you by Verizon. America, 68% of you are going to roll with the Vikings.
Oh,
I mean, and obviously I'm the only one going with the
Holding it down with your team. I like it.
I couldn't let us be a meme, and it was my hometown team. All right, let's go out to site and see why Rodney and Tony and Jack are all going with the Vikings, guys. What's going on?
Yes, that is heavy right there on the home team. What decides this game tonight, Ron, you believe?
It's J.J. McCarthy. I do not believe that this moment is going to be too big for him, but also the defensive line. They added 2 new big guys in the middle of that defense, it's going to be hard to beat these guys, Coach.
Yeah, when we had Raheem Morris on earlier, I was talking to him about heating up the quarterback, but he said that's not the key. Tonight it's going to be stopping the run and putting the quarterback in those long yardage situations, and I think Minnesota's better equipped to do that.
Minnesota 8-1 in this building last year. This place matters. Back to you guys.
Yeah, that's going to be a big part of this game. I think Brian Flores and what he can do, and that's up for Penix.
You got to protect that left tackle school if you're Minnesota.
All right, those were tonight's picks brought to you by Verizon. A Week 2 test in the NFC. Two franchises hoping they found their QBs. Michael Penix Jr. and J.J. McCarthy. Mike, Chris, and Melissa will have the call after this. We'll see you at halftime.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.